What is capitalism? According to Wikipedia, capitalism is a fictional theory invented by Satan that aims to screw over poor people to make a lot of money, and capitalists are the people that actually do the thing. So here are 5 tips to spot a capitalist. If you happen to know a guy who is into crypto and Web3 kind of stuff, they are definitely a capitalist. These guys think they are leading the next generation of technology by replacing the Illuminati-backed fiat currencies with their hypothetical currencies, which is actually backed by dumb guys who think they will find even dumber guys to sell them to. They definitely own Bitcoin, and probably Ethereum, while living in their parents' basement. Some idiots are also into mining and stuff, making Jensen Huang a crap load of money. Anyways, these guys are most probably addicted to caffeine and drink at least 10 monsters a day. If they are semi-rich, they probably drive a BMW, and if they are rich enough, they will definitely drive the most ridiculous wrapped Lamborghinis. Whenever you meet these guys, they will try to convince you why fiat currencies are a scam and how the government is trying to control how you shit. Did I forget to mention about their diamond chains and rings? Basically, any ostentatious display of wealth you can think of, they will probably do it. Some get really lucky, so they buy private jets, yachts, and islands for fulfilling their fantasies. If you want to identify a pathetic capitalist, then you got to take a look into the modern motivational gurus. I mean, they will give a lecture on how money buys freedom, and money will solve all issues in your life. And so if you want to make money, you just have to buy their course for $499. I hate the fact they will quote some random quotes like these from historical figures and recommend their idiot students books like these, which even they never read in their entire pathetic life. Most of the time, they will act like how they were so poor for the first 2 years of their life, and then worked their ass off to buy a $50 million mansion, a Rolls Royce, and the planet Jupiter before the age of 9. They will preach bullshit like college degree is not worth it and only communists go to universities, and if you are not able to build your first $1 trillion business before turning 18, then you are a failure. One thing I do respect is that they somehow have the energy to talk shit for hours, and they have that weird charisma to make you believe that they earn $5 trillion a year in passive income from their 5 apartment buildings in Neptune. The most common type of capitalist you will spot out there are the entitled pricks with daddy's trust fund. I mean, how can you not hate a person who shows up in a G-Wagon wearing a diamond Rolex in your college? I'm just saying, you know. Most importantly, after college, they will obviously get a job and reach senior management level in 2 months, and will brag how they worked so hard to reach that position of the company, which happened to be owned by his daddy. Some even start their own startup with a shitty product, and magically it is worth over $100 billion because their daddy invested $50 billion in seed round, and then somehow they will have the audacity to call themselves self-made. They will preach like, if you work hard enough, you will be successful and win the race of capitalism. These guys mostly wear designer stuff and designer bags. Some ultra-rich ones even figured out a way to differentiate them from lowly rich people with stuff like old money and stealth wealth. Yeah, some of them are really old money because their grandmother's great-grandfather owned a very lucrative business in the cotton industry that was primarily operational in Africa, and their current father owns a couple of sweatshops in Vietnam. So technically, you don't have to identify or look for these type of capitalists. They tend to announce themselves. It will feel like the opposite, but hear me out. One of the common types of capitalists you will spot are actually the communists. They tend to scream stuff like capitalism is destroying society and the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. They probably own books like these and have these posters in their bedroom while growing up. And they also tend to have partially developed frontal lobe. They are the ones protesting for unions and saying stuff like the working class should take control of means of production and bring equality in society. I feel like they are the most hypocritical because they do all that all the while using the latest $1,000 iPhone, drinking Starbucks coffee, and owning a stupid Labubu. According to their actions, consumerism is bad unless they are consuming something. But anyways, these population tend to be the young college or university going ones, so no one takes them seriously. If you happen to know someone who says stuff like they want to change the world for the better, they are probably a capitalist because most of the time they are startup founders. These people come up with the most motivational vision and mission statements for their company in the PowerPoint presentation. Most importantly, if you ask them what's their plan to make the world a better place, they will pitch their startup idea of providing $5 tickling subscription and will try to convince you how tickling will solve global warming and become a $100 trillion industry by the year 2030. They are the ones who come up with the stupidest ideas in the name of capitalism. I mean, look at these ones and tell me, like, how this is even a thing. Probably the most annoying thing about them is if they actually solved problems and made money from it, then it would have been really great. But they don't do that. They try to create problem first out of thin air and try to disrupt it with even stupider solution. And the valuations, man, I don't want to go deep into that.